June 26, 2019. Kind of a strange day here in Ontario. I want to go fishing, but we're kind of dodging thunderstorms. I was gonna get up early this morning, thunderstorm last night. I'm reading the Weather Network app that I promised I'd never use again. It says there's going to be thunderstorms between noon and 3 p.m. I really want to get my boat out on Lake Ontario, closer to my end. Kingston, loaded with fish. St. Lawrence River, loaded with fish. I know where there's some largemouth on a bay in Lake Ontario if we can get to it. And I'm hoping there's some smallmouth somewhere out there. I don't know where they are. I don't know where to fish for them. This is kind of a venture vlog. The problem is Lake Ontario is so high right now. Some people say 4 or 5 feet, some people say 1 foot, that I need to drive down, check, see if there's anywhere I can possibly launch my boat to go fishing. If not, we're gonna totally scramble. But we're going down there, out the boat to find a launch. It's only like 20 minutes from my house. And then we can ride the thunderstorms out. And then if we can, it's a go, we can just drive down, throw the boat in the water and hopefully come across them. This is a bit of a risk just because we may not get to fish at all. So stay tuned and find out what happens. Made it to launch option number 1. This ramp's good to go. The only problem with this ramp is in order to get where I want to fish, we got to make a heck of a run across Lake Ontario. Well, not across, but down Lake Ontario and around a gigantic provincial park. The only problem is, like I said before, there's thunderstorms coming, so that may lead to what looks like a flat Lake Ontario to become an absolute nightmare. Thought I'd get out of the truck and see if I could see any smallmouth in here. Looks pretty good. So I think that we can get at least the boat on the water today. We're gonna walk out to here to the end of the point to see how far, if I can even see where I want to go. But I did just get a text message from one of my buddies saying there may be a launch open way closer to where I want to fish, and that would make things a lot safer and a whole lot cheaper on gas, as this is way cheaper to drive my truck around than it is that boat. You know what? I'm walking out on this pier, and if I see a smallmouth, I don't even have a rod to catch them with. Yeah, I can't see where I need to go, so that's going to be a tour. But at some point, if we don't come out of this launch today, I'd like to come down here and give this a go. There's got to be smallmouth in this end of Lake Ontario. There's a ton of them in the Kingston, St. Lawrence, but there's got to be some here too. So let's go check out the other boat launch and see if we can launch there today, and then we'll make a decision. Maybe we'll have to bail on this plan altogether, but I really want to catch some fish. Water is way up, but we have found a launch that is open, 10 bucks. We're good to go. So the plan now is go get the boat. Well, go home, see what these storms are going to do. Then we're gonna get loaded up, and we're coming back. We're gonna fish all this afternoon. Should be fun. There looks like there's some other bass boats out here. But if we get here early enough and these storms don't happen, maybe we'll go out in the lake and look for smallmouth. Then we'll do some largemouth fishing. But this is one of my favorite places to fish. It's a beautiful day. It's close to home. I'm excited now. The other launch 1 that we checked out, that is not an option to run into here. That is a long drive. So let's go home, get geared up, let these guys do their deal, and we'll fish the afternoon bite. Made it home. I'm glad to know that we're able to launch the boat. I've been watching the weather carefully. It says there's a 30% chance at 4 o'clock it's going to thunderstorm. It is 11 right now. The plan, load that boat, get rods and reels ready, and go down. And if it storms, it'll be an early day. If it doesn't storm, well, we'll just get to keep fishing. So let's get this boat packed up. Hopefully we'll catch some bass. Battle wagon is loaded. Got some largemouth gear, got some smallmouth gear. The wind's starting to pick up a little bit, but I think we're at least gonna get a couple hours out on the main lake searching for smallies. I will admit that I've never caught one out there, but they gotta be there. So gas up, and we're on our way back to the launch, hopefully to catch some bass. It'd be a bummer if we went through all this and never caught anything. We're all paid up, ready to launch. The plan is to run out into Lake Ontario and see if we can't find some smallmouth. We'll admit, I've tried this plan at least 2 or 3 times and never caught a smallie out there. Today is more about having a bit of an adventure. If we get out there, it's a little windy out. If we get out there and it's really windy, we'll come in and fish largemouth. But we're gonna chase the dream today, kids. We're going out there looking for giant smallies. Remember last year I said that I hadn't officially weighed in a largemouth over 6 pounds or a smallmouth over 6 pounds. It's because I never weigh fish. We got the handy dandy scale. So not only are we going to catch some smallmouth, we find when we may get close to that 6 pound mark, this should be gigantic out there. So let's hit the road, let's get some fish. Fingers crossed, the wind's not too bad out there.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, 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 for the record. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price for y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. A6 all the hate. I won't get a ball today. Got lost in the ball of names. I'm flipping the bars, I'm flipping the on record, off record. I still count wins when they got it. On record, off record. I let them take advantage. I was wildin' on record, off record deals. Tell them turn the collar for the phone. On record, off record.
Smallmouth, I think he's about 4 pounds. Anyway, that is a giant Lake Ontario smallmouth. Set him back. Perfect. Yes, we found them.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record,
Don't go. That's sure bigger than the first one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. That is a huge football of a smallmouth. Wow. Look at the size of that. Let's get the weight on him. Official weight.
been a little too nice for y'all. Now I gotta up price for y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. A6 all the hay. I won't get a ball today. Got lost in the ball and A's. I'm flipping the balls.
There we go. Yes, 2.
Off record, I still count wins when they got it. On record, off record, I let them take advantage. I was wildin' on record, off record deals. Tell them talk to Colin for the quote. On record, off record, I still want the act, not the ghost. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way.
Oh my gosh. Look at the absolute freaking size of that. That's a huge size. Of Nathan, I want to get a weight ball so close, 5'5'9". Look at this freak, ladies and gentlemen. For that, good big smallmouth. Healthy as can be. Well, we caught some smallmouth. Landed 3, I believe. I seen another 5 or 6, but unfortunately, it was in 100 yard. All the fish I saw were within 100 yards. I've fished miles and miles and miles of shoreline, and in about the last hour, I haven't seen a single fish. So we are going to head back and do some largemouth fishing before it gets dark. Can't complain with this at all. Mission completed. Found some smallmouth where I was looking. We're still like an hour boat ride from the real juice in the Kingston area and the St. Lawrence River. So I'm really happy with how it's gone so far. Let's go see if we can find some buckets. That's what we're looking for. Chatterbait bucket. Shaping up to be a good day. Big old fish. Yes. Looks like the green is on. Showstopper of the day. Another one. Yeah, all they want to do is chomp on that Saturday. Good one. Fresh off the bed, that one. Whew.
The water. I can't even begin to tell you how excited I am that I found those smallmouth bass out there. I honestly tried 3, 4, 5, maybe 10 times I tried to find smallmouth out there and I couldn't. I found them all on one stretch, about 150 yards long, and they're, you know, I didn't get a ton of bites today, but the bites I did get were good ones. I'm ultra pumped that I found those smallies. Those largemouth out there are ultra inconsistent. You get one here, you get one there, and then silly me runs around looking for more, come back and it's like they weren't ever even there. It's been a long day. I'm about 3 hours longer than I wanted to be, but I kept, after getting those 3 big smallmouth and then those 3 good buckets, I was like, just one more. You just get one more, Ian, and we can go home and you'll be happy. And I never got another hit. I just kept casting and casting. It's home time. It's been a great day. Man, I am pumped I found those smallmouth. Finally made it home. It is just a hair before 10 o'clock. Man, what a good day that was. Caught some fish. The thunderstorm passed me to the north. Sunshine, and in the north in the distance I could see the thunder and lightning. Super pumped to find those smallmouth on that stretch of Lake Ontario. It is a bit west of where the really, you know, phenomenal Lake Ontario smallmouth fishing starts. The Kingston, St. Lawrence area is hands down, in my opinion, the best smallmouth fishery in North America. Where I caught them tonight is way west of that, which means found something new. I'm happy that I found it, but on the way home I was like, why'd I ever leave? Why don't I go back out there right now in the dark and try to catch more? It is so fun to catch those. I am totally excited. I'm going to make a special trip to the Kingston area just so I can catch more of those giant smallmouth. We are also doing the OBN qualifier on the St. Lawrence River. It is a great place to go and try and catch your personal best. They are absolutely gigantic. Make sure you go out on the conditions that your boat can handle. Don't go out there in crazy weather. Be ultra safe. The Great Lakes are a ton of fun, but they're also tremendously dangerous at times. Play it safe. Today, I told 3 different people where I was going, and while I was out on the water and I changed spots, I would text into our fear fishing group to let everybody know what part of the lake I was on, where I was headed to next, just in case something ever happened. Engine breaks down. There's not awesome cell service when you get off the shore on Lake Ontario. Just play it safe. Have a great time, but play it safe. Those buckets, man, I go in there and I get 3 pretty quick, and then the rest of the evening I don't see a single thing. The post spawn is hard for the largemouth everywhere, but it's gonna happen. I'm so excited for bass fishing. I'm so excited right now. John, Mark, and my new tournament jerseys came in today, so you will get to see those at the next CSFL event. So much going on. Such a good time of year to be outside in Ontario catching bass. Stay tuned. So much to come. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know any tips or tricks videos and other random thought videos you want to see. I'm going upstairs to eat some food, and we'll see you soon.